Hi guys, how are you today? Time to talk 90 Day Fiance. Now, I got a couple of pretty good 90 Day Fiance stories for you today. First, we're going to talk about Deavan and Jihoon and just how nasty this divorce and custody battle is getting. Then, we're going to talk about Amira still in France. Then, we're going to talk about Jovi, Tarik, and Deen. But let's start with the most important news, in my opinion, and that would be this nasty Deavan and Jihoon custody battle and divorce. I mean, it's getting worse and worse and worse. Now, we all know it started, I don't know, 6 to 7 months ago, where Devin came out and said that Jihoon physically harmed her daughter. She said that Jihoon pulled out a big chunk of Drusilla's hair by the root. Jihoon immediately came out and said he did not do that. And not only did he not do that, Devin is using that as an excuse to explain why she left him and why she cheated on him. According to Jihoon, Devin cheated on him with her new boyfriend, Topher. That's his name. And ever since then, things have just been getting worse and worse for these two. Jihoon accused Devin of not allowing him to see his son. He even went even further and said that Devin wants to replace Topher with him and act like Dev act like Jihoon doesn't exist or that isn't his son. She's trying to act like Topher is his son. And then it's just gotten worse. It went to court. In court, Devin has sued Jihoon for sole physical custody and sole legal custody. She also wants control over when and where he sees his son. And not only that, she wants when he does see his son, those visits to be supervised. Jihoon's coming out and saying, no, you're not going to railroad me. That is my son, and I have a right to see my son. But the bad thing for me is I don't have money to fight a lawyer. Okay, so then he asked for money for a lawyer. He also has a GoFundMe manager. The GoFundMe manager came out and basically said that she's trying to railroad him in layman's term. That's exactly what he's saying. He did an interview a couple of days ago with Yahoo Boy and Lita, and this is one of the things he said during the interview.
Basically, so generally it was pretty restrictive that way. So if we had not answered the call, so if we had not answered on time and answered appropriately, then he would have had very few rights to his child and just very little access, because if it had gone unanswered, he would basically she would tell him when and where he could see her, or sorry, see him, and every moment would have to be under somebody else's supervision. So it would have been pretty intrusive, and it would have been severely limited. Right now, so we filed our answer and his counterclaim that way, just saying, look, he just wants what he's entitled to. He just wants to be able to see, see his son and everything that way. And so that's kind of the way it worked out. And so what we've gone for is it's complicated because he is in another country, but at the same time, the statutes account for that. So that's where we were at initially. If we had done nothing, he wouldn't have been able to see him at all.
Not only that, now Jihoon's camp is reporting, not only does she want all these stipulations on how he sees his son, she's also filed a fake cease and desist on him. I'm not joking, people. I'm not making up. They're saying that it didn't come from their lawyer. It's one of those things that you could pull up on any website, and she just signed that and sent it to him. And most likely it sounded like she did it out of angst, like, oh, I don't want people to talk about this in the public. Stop talking about it. Not only did they not stop talking about it, they are talking about the fake cease and desist. Okay, so there is a lot going on here. Now, we've seen Deavan in the media telling her side of the story, how she felt as a mother. She has to stand up for her child. She will not let anyone get physical with her child. And that's what you're supposed to do as a mother. Now, all of a sudden, Jihoon is coming out talking. He booked his first interview with Lita and Yahoo Boy tomorrow at 4 p.m. And I believe it's Central Standard Time. I'm not sure on what time zone it is. I will leave the actual time and her link in the description box so you can go to Lita's channel and check it out. I mean, it's crazy, people. It's really crazy. And I feel like Jihoon tried to stay out of the media with this because he let Deavan spoke first, and he kept saying for the longest time, I don't want to talk about this, no comment. But it feels like now he has to come out because Deavan has been talking about it, and if he doesn't say anything, this could get ahead of him, and people could start making decisions and labeling him. Who knows? According to Deavan, she had to talk about it because it is about her child, and you have very heavy supporters on both sides. You have Deavan camp saying, this is about a child. I cannot let anyone hurt my child. You have Jihoon supporters saying, why does she always have a problem? Why is it always someone else's fault? And why doesn't she ever take accountability for herself? And I would say at this point, maybe the bigger person with the most support would probably be Jihoon, because people are saying that's not fair. She cannot replace him with a new dad. I mean, it's getting bitter. It's going back and forth. I would really love to see what Jihoon has to say about the whole thing in his own words. So don't forget to check that video out tomorrow, 4 o'clock. I believe it's Wisconsin. I don't know the time zone. I'll leave the link, but don't forget to check it out because Jihoon this whole time has not been talking publicly about it. And it feels like at this point, whoever started it first, I think it was Deavan that brought it up first. Yeah, she said that some bad things happened to her. Vile. She said some vile things happened to her child, and then people started criticizing her. Well, if you're going to say vile, what is it? And then it came out that it was, physical harm. Things just start rolling out of control. At this point, since it's out, I feel that they both have to come out and talk about it. But also feel it's in the right place. This needs to be a case that goes in front of a judge because it is getting out of hand and ugly. And at the end of the day, it only affects Drusilla. So we need some professionals to come in there and sort this mess out because at this point it is a mess. But in the meantime, I want to hear Jihoon's side of the story. All right. Now, what else is going on in the world of 90 Day Fiance? Okay, so if you watched this week's episode, Amira was stuck in Mexico, detained. I don't know the right word to put it. She was not able to go into Mexico. So she tweeted last night. She said, so emotional right now. Seeing my dad like that. Hashtag free Amira. Hashtag 90 Day Fiance. Now, listen, a lot of people took that to mean that she's still locked up in Mexico. Because if you're not locked up, why are you tagging free Amira? Okay. So this other blogger, his name is 90 Day underscore bandit. He wrote, Amira seems to be back in France. This tweet just sent out at 3:46 a.m. Paris time. He found out that it was tweeted from Paris. So there is no hashtag free Amira. You're already out. Okay. So he called her out. What did he say she did? He said the minute that she seen this posting, she deleted her story. She deleted it. Now, remember, guys, I believe it was Lana came out and said 95% of 90 Day Fiance scripted. Yara came out and said that it's scripted. And not only is it scripted, they have to reshoot scenes so many times that it's a headache. It's scripted, but I don't mind it being scripted. But what do I always say? If it's scripted and fake, just don't let me find out about it. Don't do stupid things like post free Amira from your account from Paris. Okay, because if I find out that you're lying, then I'm going to lose all respect. And right now, Andrew and Amira, I don't care where you are right now. I've lost all respect because I know this storyline is not real. At least the part of her being detained right now in Mexico. Oh, God. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You're not fooling me, people. You're not. Now let's move on. Now let's talk about my favorite couple, and that would be Jovi and Yara. The reason I'm liking these two is because it's like they are finally understanding how 90 Day Fiance works. You gotta lie, you gotta embellish, you gotta make things up, you have to start trouble, or you're just going to bore the public to death. So yesterday, Jovi came out and said that Tarik, well, he doesn't know how to rap.
I don't know the guy. I hate to talk bad about him, but his rapping is terrible. Oh my God, it's so bad.
Thank you, Jovi. I love it. A little pettiness mixed with a little truth. I love it. I'm so glad you said it. Tarik cannot rap. Better you say it than me. So thank you very much. I'm just going to ask for one teeny tiny favor. Can maybe now you say something bad about Brandon's parents? They're quite odd, and we need to boost up this show just a little bit. Just say a couple things for me, please. All right, you guys, we got a lot to talk about in the comments section today. I want to know, what do you guys think about the whole Deavan and Jihoon situation? Who's right and who's wrong? Or, just what do you have to say about it? And then we're going to talk about Amira. Does anyone care that she's lying and got caught? Your storyline is so dull. I just can't, care. No offense, no shade. And then we're going to talk about Jovi. Do you guys appreciate him trying to drum up some trouble? And before I go, I forgot to mention this. Deen is his girlfriend, Ridgen, I think that's how you pronounce it, is pregnant with a boy. So this will be Deen's very first baby boy. All right, you guys, don't forget, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. It does wonders to my video. Also, if you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that. I'll see you guys down in the comment section. Bye for now.